Now, whom have we neglected? Tell us about your character.
Well, I'm born to a trader family. And well, I think the lore part and bargain assess value kind of guy. So I think this piece could be good for trade. I hope.
Wait, which piece?
Well, any piece that let us trade.
Well, here's the thing. You actually have been up and down the river, and you have spoken to people who speak a different language, and you have seen some people from far away, and you know, let's see, you have been warned by your father of the news of newcomers to the region, newcomers who are traveling about. And he says, do not speak with them. They are worshippers of the devil.
Ooh.
They will speak to you, and they will, it is said that even speaking to them is like poisoning your mind.
Ooh.
So they may wield powers we don't know about, so we should let them pass or trade with them or whatever, but do not listen to what they say. Okay, and this is particularly important because we happen to be ferrying them on our boat from this village back home as they request. And the goods they provide are sound. We can't afford to pass this up.
Ooh.
But you understand. So two people, this is downriver, and you're going to be going back up the river with these people. And they are two people who are dressed in fairly ordinary fashion. They are a young man and a young woman. Their names are Rothald and Solvi. And they are going to, they seem quite polite. And you may be interested that when Solvi sits down on the deck of the boat out of the way, that she unrolls a parchment scroll and is reading.
Okay.
Is reading something. And Rothald, on the other hand, seems a little bit more pragmatic and seems to be looking about the boat and getting a good idea of what it's like. He also is the one who provides a wooden casket to your father. And your father treats this, okay, this goes into the special cargo area. That's
the treasure thing.
Yeah, that goes over there.
Well, I think this is going well. She's reading and not speaking, and he's looking around. Let's not listen to anything they say.
So that means a listen roll.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. Roll, I know what I just heard. Roll listen.
No way, nothing. I hear nothing at all. Wild failure.
Do you roll for unlistening or do you roll for? Yeah.
I fail.
You
very
fail.
much.
Oh yes, you fail miserably.
Miserably.
And so what we are only concerned with the success level, the success score, and very far on either end.
Yeah, it's just 63.
Right, correct. But there's no gradations like, this much off or something like that. That's not in the system. So that's fine, but you are at least aware that every so often Sylvie says something as if she was struck by a passage and is saying something out loud.
She's reading something, and then sometimes she just
Yeah, exactly correct.
Well,
Now he's really now. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, and your dad's busy on the other side
I
of the
mean-
boat.
I'm not sure, but I'd like to get a sneak peek at that paper she's reading. So, I mean, I could be, like, well, she's sitting there and I have to work on the boat over here and
Go ahead and give a roll on your scan.
my scam. Fail.
No, it's kind of hard. Okay. So we'll worry about that again in a little while, but it's kind of interesting that you're checking. All right,
I was
yes.
thinking, I'm a bit startled by being surprised by the spider. I
Yes,
think
yes.
it's better to be keeping my eyes open and scan for other spiders.
Okay.
And this nest that I was about
Go
to
right
attack.
ahead,
Yeah.
yes.
So a scan roll. So 25 and the red one. No, 37.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Now, the next step is going to be happening quite soon, but I want to make sure that there's a little more interaction for you and Setua. Because he, saying this perhaps slightly more gently than you are used to, says, it has been just over a year since you began. You have made a good beginning. Should you choose, we can move into the next step of your training.
Oh, that would be a true honor to learn more about.
Oh, shut up! and then says, you need to understand that we have a place. We have a place in this community which is safer. You have not seen what I have seen. And he describes atrocities upon prisoners. He says, Maldred was feared. He impaled bodies of the wives of the chieftain she defeated. Do you know how long a person lives when they are impaled?
No, I haven't thought about that much.
2 days.
Okay.
I try not to remember what they said during that time. We have lived free of this. It may come that you may see those days again. Your job as shaman is that we persist, we endure, that the food will be here for those who survive, that the forest is kept from our community, that you do not bring the wrath of Ordlindas through his priests and priestesses upon our own. The best we can hope for is that it is directed outward. Because should they ever feel as though that enemy isn't there, they will find enemies within. Keep us strong. I can feel it. I am not going to live much longer. I need you to understand this. Do not question the gods. We will not endure if you do.
But they haven't put anyone to pose so far.
He really is struggling with what he is not saying. Right. This is and you guys are walking in forests where nobody else is. You suddenly, I will even say, you don't need an intelligence roll to suddenly realize He's talking to me like this because nobody can hear. He says, the gods are powerful and what they want cannot be denied. And Maldred, she is falling ill. If I use too much of my powers to keep her alive, and if I come across what the priest wants, the new young priest, he will not show mercy to us, me or you. Come. And he takes you to a weird little hut, which is nothing more than a roof over a platform. He says, we must begin. So you're going to be in there for a couple of days.
Okay.
And you get to eat this spider. This one.
Ah, okay. Yes. Thank you.
Down the hatch.
Do we eat them raw?
Crunch, crunch.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're so higher studies.
That's right. Yes. So rocks follow me once in a while, you know. This time anyway. Constitution times 5.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was thinking that. Yes. So it's under 55. Yes. 05.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
All right then. So you
I'm
don't.
taking in the.
Yeah, you don't puke in all over the
No,
place
no.
and all the rest of it, which is good. We will deal with your shamanic initiation
Yeah.
a little bit more in a moment.
So it's a hallucinogenic spider.
Oh, no question about that. You are right on line.
You are entering the Spider-Verse.